avoid fatty foods and to exercise regularly. What a load of tosh, Iris. Banking on fitness, medicals. As if I didn't have enough to do.
The medical's really nothing to be worried about.
Well, I'm not worried, me. I'm just naturally healthy. When you stay active, like I do, you can eat what you like, just burn it off. Going to lunch today, as a matter of fact. Le petit souris.
Ooh, lucky you.
Yeah, very classy, Iris. What's in there, then?
Can't tell you.
Why not?
Because I don't know. Came this morning. Susan's been waiting for it for ages.
Probably a week's supply of aspirins. Did you hear that one, Geoffrey?
I'm laughing inside.
Oh, hello, Susan.
Ah, think you'll find that's mine.
Do you need a hand opening that at all?
No, thanks.
Fine. Not that interested. Sorry to have bothered you, by the way. What is that?
Mind your own business.
The exerciser. Looks like some sort of sex aid to me.
It's an exercise machine, Peter, designed for people who want to exercise while they work, which rules you out on both counts.
This is for banking on fitness, isn't it? Oh, that's typical. You always have to go one better than everyone else.
It's better than lying. Fancy putting I always skip lunch or have a salad in the office.
That was a confidential questionnaire.
All done.
How was it?
Asked me a load of questions, looked at me chest. Might as well have been the barman at TGI Fridays.
I don't like it.
She was nice. She said I was normal.
That's her credibility blown then, isn't it?
Get out!
Thank you, Susan. Hope that's cleared a few things up for you.
Oh, Peter, you're next.
What?
For your health assessment. The nurse is waiting for you in the staff room.
Oh, I'm far too busy. Have me next week.
Look, I don't know what you're so worried about. It's only a medical.
Why does everyone assume I'm worried about this thing? I'm not worried. What do they do exactly?
It's nothing. The nurse just asks you a few questions, looks at your tongue.
Fine, fine.
Then you strip off. Don't you, Geoffrey?
Hmm? Oh, yeah, that's right.
I see.
Oh, it's all right. They let you keep your underwear on.
Except for the last bit.
What happens in the last bit?
Well, put it this way, I wouldn't shake hands with the nurse after she's finished with you.
Well, this sort of thing doesn't bother me. I'm just very busy, that's all. What?
Do you want to give something for Mrs. Moss's leaving present?
Who?
Mrs. Moss.
The cleaner.
Oh, she's the cleaner, is she? I thought she was employed as a statue.
Collection for the cleaner. We pay her wages, don't we?
She's been here 30 years.
I'm putting in tights. I always give tights.
That's a shame she has to go.
We're not running a charity, Brenda. There's no room for dead wood in the modern banking world.
So what are we going to get her, then?
Something nice. Something that she can use for the rest of her life.
Well, I wouldn't bother with a 5-year diary.
All right, all right. How much are we all putting in, then? 20? 50p? Pound? Pound too much.
Iris, can I have those hospitality expenses, please? Oh, good, you're doing the collection. Oh, is that it? Tell you what, I'll put a tenner in.
£10, Susan!
£10? Is that all? Scrooge. Here's 20, Bradley.
Oh.
She has been here 30 years, Susan. Bradley, can I have a word a moment?
Yes?
Give me that envelope. You think I'm giving 20 quid to that old bat?
Peter, about those hospitality expenses, what are you doing?
Just putting in another 20, actually.
Well, that's extremely generous of you, Peter. That means there must be almost £60 in there now.
Yep, probably.
We'll hand it over then and I'll count it.
No, I'll get the present.
Phew, no, Bradley can get it.
No, Susan, you can't trust people around here with money.
It's a bank.
I know, but I've got something rather nice in mind.
Oh, really? What is it?
Well, the present? Well, what it is a lovely a lovely thing from the shops.
Well, that's a smashing idea, Peter.
Well, I thought so.
And you are aware that we're giving it to her this afternoon?
I'll get it at lunchtime.
Which reminds me, I think you better take a look at this.
Yes, Your Excellency.
60 quid.
Yes, yes. What did your last one die of? Lend us 20 quid, will you, Bradley? What the bloody cheek? Susan, what's the meaning of this?
You've overspent on your hospitality budget, Peter. Oh, but the guidelines are quite clear. It's 200 a month, and you managed to spend that in the first week.
Well, I'd never been on Eurostar before.
This bank is not a slush fund for your personal use.
Look, I do not use these lunches for pleasure, young lady. It's how you do business. And the whole reason I'm meeting Gerald Forbes for lunch
What?
Well, I'm meeting Gerald Forbes for lunch at Le Petit Souris.
Le Petit Souris?
He's paying.
Well, he'd better be.
He drives a bloody Bentley, Susan. He's hardly going to expect me to pay for lunch, is he?
Peter Duffley hasn't come in for his health assessment yet. Is he busy?
Yeah, oh, very good.
Try his office.
Morning, everyone. Busy as ever, I see. Ah, Fiona, how's it going?
All right, David, except for Peter Duffley. He doesn't seem to be around.
Oh?
Look, I'll have to rearrange something. I'll see you all later.
Well, where is he? Brenda? Look, I want Peter to do this medical. Could you make sure he gets this note? Envelope. Envelope.
I think there's some in his cupboard.
Oh, hello, David. How are things up at head office?
Peter, what were you doing in the cupboard?
What? Oh, just looking for envelopes, actually.
With the door shut?
Can't be too careful.
Just make sure you do this assessment, will you?
Will do. ASAP.
Right.
I'm taking banking on fitness very seriously, David.
I should hope so.
Exercise, proper diet. Probably just have a salad for lunch today.
Good.
This is delicious. Even better than mine. More brandy.
Oh, on top of all those oysters.
Cast iron stomach me. Excuse me.
Oh, those oysters were, how shall I say?
Magnifique.
Comme un voyage à travers les goûts du paradis.
Oh, oui.
Yeah, the thing about men like us, Peter, is that we certainly know how to enjoy ourselves.
Oh, yes. Excuse.
Take these precision lathes that I want to buy. I'm borrowing 20,000 from you to pay for them. I'm taking a risk. I'm not sure I can pay you back.
Excuse me.
Your bill, gentlemen.
Oh, thank you very much. And 2 more brandies, please.
Well, thank you for a lovely meal, Peter.
Well, thank you. Well, yes. Very nice meal, Gerald. Thank you.
Thank you, Peter.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Gerald. You, thank you.
There's no need to thank me, Peter. One thing about county and provincial is you certainly know how to look after your customers.
We do. We do. Well, you can rely on me, Gerald. No, forget the brandies. Later than I thought, Gerald. Ought to get back.
Yes, no, not to worry, Peter. I've got a spot of indigestion coming on. Well, I've had a lovely meal. I've got £20,000 to buy precision lathes. I am a happy man.
How lovely for you. I share your joy.
I'm sorry, sir. This card's been rejected.
Oh, silly of me. Past its expiry date.
No, it's just been rejected.
Banks. Who needs them? Cash it is, then.
I've tried figs. He won't eat those. I've tried bran. He won't touch it. Syrup of molasses, dried apricots, none of it.
Yes, well, cats generally are carnivores, Iris.
Is that thing walking? Do you feel healthier?
I've done 2 miles on the uphill setting.
Oh, well, be easier on the way back.
That's enough for now.
Ah, hello, Susan.
Oh, hello, David.
It's very dedicated of you.
Yes, well, I'm taking banking on fitness very seriously.
Well, you look rather dynamic.
Oh, do you think so?
Is Peter around? I wanted a word before the meeting.
No, I think he's out impressing some client.
73, 74, 75.
It's still 30p short.
Yeah, well, I didn't order the mints.
And service isn't included.
Oh. Better have these then. Sorry about all this, Gerald. I won't be using this place again.
Not to worry, Peter. Well, I'll be in touch about the loan very soon.
Precision lathes.
Absolutely.
So, I want you to be clear what banking on fitness is all about. It's not Big Brother telling you how to live, how to think. But it is about trying to help you be healthier. Because there's nothing better for the bank than healthy, happy stuff.
Bradley. Iris. Hello? No, she's not here. No, I don't know where she is. I've just got back from lunch. I don't know. I carry this place. Oh, my God. Oh, no. Oh, no. No. Oh. Oh. Hello, David. Sorry about that. Must have been the oysters. Not the oysters, the salad. A bit of dicky lettuce. Right. Health and fitness. Thank you, Iris. I think I'm all right now.
Well, B-O-T-I. Better out than in.
Are you feeling better, Peter?
Yes, all in the past, David, all in the past. Probably a bit stress-related, working too hard.
Stress?
Well, something.
Well, the sooner you get that medical done, the better.
Oh, Peter. Have you recovered from your little lunchtime salad now?
Yes, thank you, Susan.
Good, because Mrs. Moss is here.
Who?
The cleaner.
Ah.
Only she's leaving today, David, and Peter's insisted on buying her the present.
That's nice.
So what did you get?
Eh?
The present. Did you spend all the money?
Yeah? Yes, yes.
Good.
Here she is, everyone. Ta-da!
Look, I've just got to pop to my office. Excuse me, please. Bradley. Look, Bradley, there's been a bit of a mix-up. I haven't been able to buy the present, but it's not my fault.
So what happened to the money we collected?
I bought my lunch with it.
Fair enough.
So we'll just have to find something from round here. Come on, then, help me.
Well, what about that ashtray?
Oh, yes, that's a great idea, Bradley. A chipped county and provincial ashtray. All right, we'll get that wrapped up then. What else? What else? That plant! Women like plants. Not the vase, that's worth over 50 quid. And tear off the dead bits. Yeah, that's enough, that's enough. Make it look like a present.
Eh?
You know, wrap it up with a bit of ribbon. We'll send her home with it. The old bat won't know the difference. I'll keep them occupied. Right. Sorry about that. OK. Before we make our little presentation, I would just like to say a few well-chosen words about Our cleaner.
Oh, I didn't expect anything like this.
The cleaner.
Yeah.
Cleaning. Some people might think, what sort of job is that? The lowest of the low. A low status, low pay, menial job. What sort of way is that to spend 30 years of your life? Some people might say, but not us.
Absolutely.
Bradley. Because Miss Moss...
Mrs.
Because Mrs. Moss was a blessing to us all. And we'll miss Miss Moss. Mrs. Moss. Moss, and all the messes that Mrs. Moss didn't miss, because Miss Moss... Bradley!
How eloquent.
What are you talking about?
Bradley! Ah, here we are. Well done, Bradley. Here you are, Mrs. Moss. A lovely gift for you to take and open at home, and thanks for all your help. Hip, hip.
Peter, isn't she going to open it here?
Hooray! No, she doesn't want to be all embarrassed in front of everyone. Hip, hip.
Yes, I do.
Hooray!
Of course she does.
Oh, this looks exciting. It's the same as Susan's got.
No, that's not the present. That's just the box we've used.
It's probably something even better.
Why don't we all just leave her to it, everyone?
An ashtray?
Yes, but no ordinary ashtray. A county and provincial ashtray for you to remember us by.
But I don't smoke.
Well, you're retired now. You'll need a new hobby. Peter!
There's an unchipped one here, if you prefer.
This is a joke, Peter.
There's more.
Oh, how lovely! It's your plant, Mr. Duffley.
Well, it's yours now.
What's the idea of that, then, Peter?
Well, David, it's a symbolic present, really.
It's almost dead.
Symbolic's the wrong word. It's just a plant, really.
Well, this is going well.
Peter, what's going on?
Shall I give her the vase as well? I'll get the vase.
Peter, you had £60 to buy a present with.
Yes, I know, and there is a better present coming, but...
He's right. There is something else in here.
Is there?
This looks interesting.
Oh, my God. Don't open that!
What's this?
Oh, how classy, Peter. She's been here for 30 years, and what do you get her? A bag of vomit.
I didn't know it was in there.
Call me a cynic, Peter, but the contents of that bag did not cost £60.
Funnily enough, it did. Anyway, it's all your fault. I could have got her a decent present if you hadn't stopped my card.
How many more times do I have to tell you? It happens automatically. It's nothing to do with me.
Well, you still shouldn't have done it.
You know you can't keep having these expensive meals. Why do you do it? Why?
Susan, that one meal earned this bank 20 grand's worth of business.
Oh, but so you keep saying, Peter, but I'll believe it when I see it.
Right then, you want to believe it? You want to see it? Well, why don't you speak to Gerald Forbes yourself?
No, Peter, it's all right.
Hello, Mrs. Forbes, County and Provincial Bank here. Is Gerald there, please? Susan Harvey, just like a quick word with him.
Hello, Oh, no. Well, I'm really sorry to hear that.
Don't let me slip through your fingers. Gerald, hello, it's Peter here. Oh, it's you, Mrs. Forbes. The thing is, I would like to speak to Gerald.
He's dead.
Because I bought him rather a nice meal yesterday. What?
She just told me he died.
Sorry, wrong number. What do you mean he died?
Well, that's what she said. He died yesterday. God, poor woman.
The oysters. It must have been the oysters.
You can't call her back.
That's why I was sick. Oh, my God. Hello, Mrs. Forbes. Peter Duffley here. It wasn't a wrong number, apparently. Terribly sorry to hear about your husband. What did he die of? A heart attack. Oh, that is good news. Good news that his long suffering is over. Although it was obviously very short. So good news there, then. My thoughts are with you at this difficult time. I don't suppose you still want those precision lathes, do you? Something to remember Gerald by? No, just a thought. That's right, Mrs. Forbes. You have a jolly good cry. Bye. Bye.
Bravo, Peter. Ever thought of becoming a bereavement counsellor?
I'd have thought it, eh? Gerald Forbes. I saw him yesterday. He was as happy as Larry. Next thing you know, he keels over.
How old was he?
He was only my age. My age?
Don't worry, Peter. You don't strike me as the kind of man who's about to have a heart attack.
No, of course not.
But then what do I know?
Payne's back again, everyone.
Well, if we ignore him, maybe he'll go back into his office.
Not funny, Geoffrey. According to the information pack, I've got all 4 heart alert signs.
Look, if you're so worried, go and have the medical.
No, I'm all right, really. Probably just a bit out of condition. Classic situation, a top executive like me. So busy making this place work, I haven't got time to think about myself.
Well, one way to reduce the risk of heart attack is to take regular exercise.
Well, don't tell him.
No, she's right. And starting from today, I'm going to make sure I get back to the peak of my physical fitness. I don't care what it takes. Gerald Forbes, you did not die in vain.
I'm not late. I've been at a meeting. What? What the hell's happened here?
Is it supposed to be like that?
Oh, Bradley, it's not supposed to be like that. Some idiot's bent the whole frame out of shape.
Maybe it's a revenge attack by Mrs. Moss.
Look, they've been using it with a child lock on. What sort of moron, what utter pillock would do a thing like that?
Hello, everyone.
Peter, you did this, didn't you? You've used my machine without asking me and you've completely wrecked it.
Susan, don't start. Thanks to you, I've pulled every muscle in my body.
There's 120 quid you owe me. Plus the 60 I spent getting Mrs. Moss a decent present. And don't try nicking it from the Bernardo's box.
Same to you. Oh, Geoffrey, I'm in agony here. I can't move my head. I can't move my arm. Can't even reach that cup.
How will we manage?
My back. Oh, this rate, I'll be out of action for days.
Days? My dad got off the couch too quick. Was laid up for a year.
Wouldn't let them know you get back problems.
Why not?
Well, what do you think banking on fitness is really about?
Getting fit.
No. You don't think they really care about us, do you? I mean, you give them everything you've got for 20 years. The moment they find out you're past your physical peak, you're like a horse with a broken leg.
You wouldn't do that to me. I'm management.
Well, they're not running a charity, you know. There's no room for dead wood in the modern banking world.
Oh, my God. I'm doomed.
Oh, hello, David.
Susan, how's the body?
Well, it's...
The old exercise machine doing the job?
Well, it was, until Peter came into my office and mangled it.
Mangled it? Why?
I don't know, David. Maybe it beat him at chess.
Go away. Oh, David.
No, don't get up, Peter.
How are you?
Well, I'm fine, but look, I'm a little worried about you.
Me? Why? I'm perfectly fit. Never felt better. Playing squash later.
Good. The thing is, I can't help feeling you're avoiding this assessment. Is there something wrong?
No.
Peter, I want you to look me in the eye and tell me there's nothing wrong.
There is absolutely nothing wrong, David.
Good. Then let's get it in your diary right now.
Right. Iris, could you fetch my diary, please?
What is all this? You've been acting strangely for weeks. You're obviously completely stressed out. You need some time off. I tell you what, Susan can run the place for a while. I'll have a word with her.
No! Please! I'm fine, please! It's the worst thing you could do, David. I'm fine, honestly.
Well, all right. But you're doing that assessment, understand?
How long till the nurse gets here, Iris?
15 minutes. Look, you really shouldn't worry, Peter. It's fine. I quite like the attention.
I suppose at your age, Iris, you take what you can get.
Well, it shouldn't take long for us to sort out your husband's estate, Mrs. Forbes.
Thanks. You've made things a lot easier.
And can I just say how sorry I am, well, about Peter. If you'd like to go through, I'll get those papers.
Thank you.
Ah, Jackie, found all the cleaning stuff then?
Yes, thank you.
Good.
Evening.
Oh, you're early.
Sorry, I didn't realise you were still working. Do you want me to come back?
No, let's get it over with.
Do you want to get everything off before I start?
Yes. I know the drill.
I'll just get my things.
You must be, Jackie, the new cleaner. Welcome to C&P.
Thank you.
I'm ready.
Would you mind cleaning in here a bit later, Jackie? I just need something. 5 minutes?
Hello, Mrs. Forbes. Hot, isn't it? Cooler out here. How's your husband?
My husband?
Still dead, yes.
Peter!
David! This is Mrs. Forbes. Her husband's dead. This is David, my boss, and I'm just going on 2 weeks' leave.
The Boss returns tomorrow. And later tomorrow night, Peter Berner rips apart the important current affairs issues and exposes the comic truth. Don't miss Back Burner tomorrow night at 9 o'clock. Coming up, the news.